My name is Michael Anthony. Until his death a few years ago, I was executive secretary to the fabulously wealthy John Beresford Tipton. This is Silverstone, the 60,000-acre estate on which Mr. Tipton lived out the last years of his life. Here he had ample time to indulge his many hobbies, the strangest of which was his habit of giving away to total strangers the anonymous gift of $1 million. You sent for me, sir?
Mike, ever have your fortune told?
Yes, sir. At a bazaar once and at parties.
Did you believe what you were told?
I preferred to, sir. Especially when they promised good fortune, much travel, a long life.
Yes, we all like to believe in the good things. But what about the fortune teller, Mike? Does he or she ever tell his own fortune? And is it good? Our next millionaire.
Mara Robinson had never lived more than a week in the same place. She and her father traveled north in the summer, south in the winter, following carnivals and country fairs. For Mara was a gypsy. As our story begins, she and her father had made camp in the bluegrass country of Virginia.
Mara?
Yes, Father.
City water doesn't taste like this.
No, Father.
Sultan's thirsty, too. He's tired of water that tastes of chlorine and old boots.
Here, I'll see that he's watered in bed tonight.
You mean you and Sultan want your evening ride?
All right, come on now. Which way are we going to go tonight, All right. We go your way tonight.
Looks better from out here, doesn't it? In fact, it seems the best part of the party is out here. I like your costume. Only your earrings aren't big enough.
My earrings?
Well, all gypsies are supposed to wear great big golden earrings.
They are?
Well, they do in the song, anyway. Did you come with the Albertsons?
No.
Well, I don't care who you came with. How about coming back and dancing with me?
Thank you, but I think I'll just sit this one out.
Well, I guess you're right. It's much cooler up here anyway. I don't much like these wingdings where you don't know half the people. I wouldn't have come to the party if my mother weren't giving it. I'm Vin Buckley.
How do you do?
Well, I'm fine, but you're supposed to say I'm Matilda something. Except, of course, that wouldn't be your name.
It's Mara. Mara Robinson.
Very nice. Mara Robinson. Where you from?
My family comes from England.
I hope you're here to stay.
No, we're just passing through. We'll only be here for the weekend.
Oh. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. But I guess a weekend gives a man a little more time. Well, that sounded like a horse. Now, what would one of the horses be doing up here?
You know, I think maybe it would be nice to dance. Just one.
All right.
when I got out of the Army, I could have gone with one of the airlines, but I decided to come back here. I wanted to be really grounded. You see, my family's lived here for 5 generations.
It's a long time. My family and I were always moving about, traveling.
Where in particular?
Everywhere.
Oh, south of France in the winter and Copenhagen in the summer, Paris in the spring.
Well, my father never liked being tied down in one place.
And you?
Like my father.
Wasn't that a little difficult for you?
Difficult?
Well, changing schools all the time.
Oh, well, I never went to school.
Never?
No, we had a teacher who always traveled with us. My father was very firm about so many hours a day for lessons.
Can I take that back for you for a refill?
No, thank you. As a matter of fact, I'd love some more.
All right. I'll be right back. Mara? 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 Why did you disappear last night?
I didn't know it was so late. I went home with the friend who brought me.
You certainly gave me a busy time hunting you. My mother, she's a little vague on names. Thought you might be a house guest of the Eatons. I rode over there, but they couldn't remember ever having met you.
I'm not surprised. I never met them.
Well, if you want to be a woman of mystery.
No mystery. Let's just say I crashed the party.
Where you going?
For a ride!
You know, you're trespassing on private property. I could have you arrested.
Your house is way over there.
That's right. Our property goes over to that fence on the east. And up to that hill on the north. On the south down to that little brook. And here on the west where I am, I'm putting a few boundary lines around you to make sure you don't disappear again.
Oh, that land. Beautiful.
Yes. So are you. Just as beautiful as you were last night in that costume.
And you're very much the master of a large and prosperous estate. A member of the gentry, lord of all you survey.
Well, something wrong with owning a little land?
No. I don't know. We've never liked being tied down.
Maybe someday you'll find a place that you like enough to stay.
Maybe.
Mara, where have you been? We're leaving in an hour.
Leaving?
There's a horse fair opening in Stewartville on Monday. There'll be a full moon tonight, so we can travel a good distance before we camp.
But you said we were staying here till Monday.
Well, there's no future in staying here.
No, I guess not.
What is it, Mara?
Nothing, Father.
Nothing.
No. I was just looking into my future.
And what do you see?
I see a little journey.
This tent here? Thank you.
Are you Miss Mara Robinson?
Yes, I'm Princess Mara. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. My name is Michael Anthony.
Please, I would rather not have your name just yet. Give me your hand. Or would you prefer the cards?
I'm here on business, Miss Robinson.
Well, I can only tell you what I see.
I can tell you what I see. I see a stranger coming into your life, bringing you a most important piece of paper. A great fortune.
Excuse me, but I'm supposed to tell your fortune. Yes, there's good fortune in your hand.
But you have the wrong hand, Miss Robinson. This is for you.
The signature is the handwriting of one who is upright and honest.
It should be. He's an officer of the bank.
It's made out to me, Mara. $1 million.
It's a cashier's check for $1 million, a gift for you.
But who?
The donor of the gift insists on remaining anonymous.
But $1 million? Why on earth would anyone give me $1 million?
I couldn't find the answer to that, even in this. But the money is yours if you will just sign this agreement, simply promising never to reveal to anyone the exact amount of the gift or the circumstances under which you received it.
You mean this is all mine?
To do with as you wish. But if you tell anyone, the gift will be forfeited, the unspent money's reclaimed. You do understand that condition, don't you, Miss Robinson?
Oh, I don't understand anything. You mean if I tell anyone, then I lose the money?
Yes. The only possible exception would be your husband, if and when you should marry. Now, if you will just sign here, please. Oh, and the taxes on the gift have already been paid.
Taxes? I'll be able to pay taxes.
Thank you. Well, goodbye, Miss Robinson. And good fortune.
Oh, and good fortune to you. And health and happiness and...
Oh, thank you very much, but all I really need is just my briefcase. Goodbye.
Bye. Oh.
Mara, come and see a little filly I'm going to buy, or take in a good trade, a beautiful horse.
Oh, yes, Father. You buy lots of beautiful horses and a new caravan. You buy all the horses in the world. I'm going to take a little journey.
Where?
Back.
Why?
To take a look into my future.
Hello, Vin. Is that all you can say after you just vanished from the thin air and leave me scouring the countryside for you for weeks?
My father and I left town.
Well, I'm not letting you go again until you write down your name and address, a full description of your next of kin. And I want a couple of photographs to prove that you really exist at all.
Well, my name is Mara Robinson. I'm staying at the Prescott Hotel.
Well, you weren't there last week. I asked.
I'm there now.
Why did you come back?
Father had business in the East. And it's such wonderful riding country around here, so...
When I couldn't find you, I thought you vanished with the Gypsies.
Gypsies?
Yeah, there was a band of them camped by the stream here a few weeks back. You could see how out of my mind I was about you. I remember the costume you wore the night we met. I thought maybe you were a gypsy.
And you were right. I am. I am a gypsy.
Mara? Oh, wait a minute, Mara. A gypsy that stays at the Prescott Hotel?
How I live or where I stay has nothing to do with it. My father and I came to this country from England after my mother died. We travel in caravans. I tell fortunes at fairs. I'm a gypsy!
Why did you come back?
I came into some money. I was going to buy some land here and settle down. No, that's a lie. I came back because I wanted to see you again. And I shouldn't have.
If you hadn't have come back, I'd have found you somewhere. I can't get you out of my mind, Mara. I'm not going to let you vanish into thin air again. I'm going to take you home with me. I want to show my mother I really have been looking for someone all these weeks. Mother? Mother, you out there?
Hello, dear.
Mother, this is Mara Robinson.
Mary Robinson? Is this your vanishing lady? Now I can see why. How do you do? Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
You're just in time for tea. Tell Simon we have a guest.
I'll be back in a minute.
Finn tells me you're English.
Yes, my family came from England.
Finn's father and I spent so many pleasant years there. I love it. I wonder if by any chance you're related to Sir Dudley Robinson in London.
I don't think we have any relatives in London. My father and I left England when I was very young, and we've been traveling about so much since then.
I always think of the English people as staying put. Of course, it's different in this country. People move about more. Although my family has lived in this house for over 100 years.
Mara's family is very unusual, too.
Thank you, Simon. I figured it out. You're staying at the Hubbells. You're Mary Hubbell's roommate at Bennington.
No, I'm staying at the Prescott Hotel.
Oh. I know. You're going to be a bridesmaid at Cynthia's marriage.
Wrong again, Mother. Mara's come here to look at the countryside. She's thinking of settling down.
Yes, it's so beautiful here. I thought maybe I'd buy some land.
I do hope you get the adjoining property. We've had such undesirable neighbors. Lemon?
Please.
Vinny, do you still take too much sugar?
4 lumps plus cream. That way I fool myself into thinking it's coffee.
Dear,
Lose something?
sugar tongs. They came from England, too. Sheffield. I suppose the gypsies took them. We had a band of gypsies here. If I'd known in time, I would have hired them to tell fortunes at my masquerade party. Well, it wasn't a very good party, Vinny, and they say those gypsies are very entertaining. If I'd known they were around...
If you'd known. You knew all the time, and you just sat there making fun of me. Why? Because you've got money? Well, I've got money, too. And maybe we don't live in the same place for 100 years. And maybe we don't know English royalty, but my father's a king.
Now, wait a minute, Mara.
And we don't steal the silverware. And we don't play crude tricks drinks on people while we politely serve them lemon with tea. I hate lemon with tea.
What was all this about?
That was a gypsy, and I'm going to marry her. Mara! 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 Mara!
What's so wonderful about staying put in one place, gathering moss? Narrow-minded moss.
Mara, she didn't know. She didn't know. Ow!
Let me go.
Mara, listen to me. How could she know? How could she?
You told her.
How could I when I didn't know till you just told me? Mara, to her it was just a thing to say. Why, she's never even seen a gypsy. The last thing Mother'd ever do would be to insult a guest. Mara. Mother's face. I wish I had a picture of it. She hasn't been told off like that since the day Grandmother caught her feeding me candy before dinner.
Oh, Ben, I made such a fool of myself, screaming at her like that. I really shouldn't have come back.
But you did.
But I don't belong to this kind of life.
Mara.
Well, maybe I wouldn't even like it. Tea every afternoon at 4?
No, I told you. I prefer coffee myself. Oh, Mara. We'll make our own life. We'll travel when we want to and settle down when we want to. I'll gather a little moss for you, and you bring out the gypsy in me.